Yes, I've been really lucky to be a member of a very happy family at Stradey Park. We're a very close-knit unit, on and off the field. Winning the Heineken League and the Scarlet Cup will always be treasured memories, and it's been great to receive so much attention at Stradey. But for some of us, one afternoon will stick in our minds forevermore. Well, it's not every day you get the chance to meet the world champions, especially on your own patch, and we were determined to make the most of it. A tourist match at Stradey Park rekindles memories of old battles between us and the Springboks, the All Blacks, and of course the Wallabies. This game was no exception. Cleverly against the World Cup champions, they don't come any bigger. So what do I remember of that day? We tried to hold them up, making sure we wouldn't give any silly penalties away, and then what happens? Lawrence sneaks around the blind side and the ref catches him out. We didn't want to panic here. We knew if we keep them away from scoring tries, that's okay, because we've got a few little surprises up our sleeve. When Roebuck put that through, I wasn't too worried. I knew we'd got something really special here. We knew if we had a scrum nearby, near their line, then we've got this move that we'd worked on in training, time and time again. And when Jan went through that gap, well, to say we were excited was an understatement. We'd worked so hard on that all season. Alan Lewis made us do it time and time again. We wanted to cause some sort of confusion in their defence. With Tim Horan at fly half, it was important to do some decoy runners, and Jan and Simon just caused complete confusion. It worked brilliantly. Oh, we were so happy when he scored. He came so late from behind there, nobody saw him coming. Tim Horan was wrong-footed by Simon, and he just stuck a hand out, and Jan burst through and under the post. Oh, great. Then Colin slipped it over, a big sigh of relief. The crowd were unbelievable. Once we got there, it was fantastic. Again, we'd worked hard on our line-out this time just to disrupt them. It was something that Gareth Jenkins had pinpointed as a weakness in their game. We wanted to put pressure on them all the time so they couldn't have any quick second phase ball. But here they put this high ball up, and you could see they started to run, and then Troy Coker there, I was just holding on for dear life. We just didn't want to let them score. We'd do anything to stop and score, and Simon took it a little bit too much to the extreme by giving that little penalty away there. But again, they didn't get over the try line. 3 points, there was no problem, because we knew we could surprise them. Here in the scrum, we'd held our own in the scrum here. We disrupted their angle of scrum, only allowing them to kick. Tim Horan didn't have any other option. Hugh here done well all day, but then he just spilled that one, put the pressure on us. Lynn Jones, as always, was there on the ball. We had to keep knocking them back. The tackles had to keep coming in. Ricky did well there, but Mark Perigo trying to get on the ball. We just had to knock them back, and Di Joseph there was fantastic. He'd come on there with his fresh number 21 clean shirt, put a big tackle in. It was a bit harsh there, I thought, of Fred. And there was a bit of confusion because he heard somebody, one of our players, have a go at another one of the players, and we thought we were talking to Fred, but I apologised afterwards anyway. And again, 3 points, no problem. We were okay about that. And he spooned it over. But still, we wanted to keep the pressure on. We had a line out down in that field. We'd worked on the long throw-in to try and just to break the game up, to disrupt them. That's what we had to do. We were just looking for any piece of loose ball. Here I was praying for Colin or somebody to drop a goal or something like that, and Lammy picked the ball up. I couldn't believe he ran off on his own, but we seemed to have the support there. Flip it again, I thought Colin might drop a goal, but we went to run. All hands, I couldn't believe Simon's hands to get it out there so quickly, and I thought, he's in the corner, Jan, but then he just happened to spill. But again, I was very pleased we were keeping the pressure on them, keeping them down there. Line out. We wanted to stop them moving it, putting them on the deck. Gareth had really persevered on that all through the season. Make sure we get the opponents on the floor. I was a bit upset because I saw the ball there and I thought we might have a chance for a drop goal. But we had the scrum. I was quite happy that we weren't going to be disrupted here, and this is something we'd worked on in training. Me and Colin always practiced this move. It's something we did on our own, after training. The ball comes to him, he just looks up and drops that goal. I just remember looking up and thinking that ball's never going to make it, but I just couldn't believe it. He was fantastic. The crowd were going berserk. All the players were shouting at each other, we've done it, we've done it. But then we realised it was a bit longer to go than we thought. But again, it was something so fantastic. The way the ball just sort of dipped, and then it just sort of, a little gust of wind picked it up and took it over the crossbar. Oh, fantastic. All we wanted to do now here was just get down the field, just get it away from our half so they couldn't get a penalty or a try. Colin just shooed it down the park. Then Roebuck was there. I thought, what's he doing? And then it just bounced in a touch and there was an instant relief. And then I was running up to the line-out. I couldn't believe what was in front of me. They were panicking. The Australians, the world champions, panicking. Incredible. Then Fred pointed to the scrum. That's all I wanted to see. That arm pointing our way, scrum down, 5 metres out. I knew Colin would do something here. There was no point trying to spin it wide. We wanted to win, and we wanted to win real bad. The platform, I begged the forwards to hold it steady, give me a rock-solid platform. And there it was. The boys did well there. A lovely, lovely ball out to Carl. I couldn't believe it. He popped it over. Sweet as a nut. Fantastic. He jumped up so high and he was nearly in the sky. The whole place was going berserk. You couldn't hear yourself think. Brilliant. To the Australians is a one-off. Winning the Heineken League title is about consistency and surviving the long winter months. That quest for 2 points per Saturday certainly concentrates the minds of coaches and players, no matter how experienced they are. And as a Straddy pillar, Lawrence Delaney savoured the success
Ricky Evans taking the pressure off his outside half, and Moon again sets off. Jones, superbly done. But a man over here for Llanelli, surely.
Our arch-rival Swansea were marching along quite nicely, and when they came to Stradey, we had a timely reminder that the All-Whites were not going to surrender quietly. They never do. Swansea had done their research, but we'd kept them out. But it only takes one slip. We knew then Swansea and Cardiff were going to be our big rivals this season.
Simon Davis, Lynn Jones will chase. That's dangerous, and that could be. That is very dangerous. What a soft try! Quickly taken. Stevens out wide. Perigo. Yes, Llanelli get 5 points.
The high ball for Anthony Coxley. May adding his weight. Steve Wake. Colin Stevens eyeing the half break. Simon Davis. Ian Jones outside, and the speed of Wayne Proctor on hand as well. Try for Llanelli. Moon. Davis. Good interplay from the Llanelli forwards. Onwards they march. Nigel Davis. Bouvier. Ian Jones outside. Nigel Davis, second time in the movement. And superbly taken by Ian Evans. Moon once again. Williams along the line, and that's the speed of the extra man coming into the line, Ian Jones. Good attacking position for Llanelli, and they get it against their head. Moon, here Williams. Wayne Proctor half held. Moon once again. Nigel Davis, Ian Jones, Bouvier, acres of space. Moon, Lynn Jones, the extra link man. They held up by Phil Davis. Along the three-quarters, superb passing. And it's goodbye, Mr. Evans. Moon the pick-up. Boubier getting away from the tackles. Neil Boubier, Wayne Proctor. Another Scarlet try. Nice takes ball. Attempting something on the short side. Bill May's feed. And away come the Scarlets once again. Lynn Jones, Hugh Williams, Nigel Davis, Boubier, superb passing. Oh, the timing is perfect. And away goes Ian Evans. Llanelli once again. Hugh Williams, Simon Davis. Again, this intricate passing, and no one will catch Ian Evans once again for try number 3.
Matthew Lloyd, well supported by McIntosh. That's good handling work by the Pontypridd side. Matthew back, puts some pace into it. Steele Lewis charges short. Is he there? Yes, he is. The thrower in, Andrew Lamerton, both local boys. Lamerton from Beardyke, plays for Llanelli. Gary Jones, it wasn't knocked forward. Nigel Davis not looking to straighten, happy just to push Matthew back across into the corner. Charge down, Ian Evans, can he get there? Yes, it's been
week after week, and if you are the fancied team, or even worse wearing the favourites tag, there is always someone quite prepared to pull you down. It happened to be us, at the Brewery Field, and that result could have easily cost us the championship. We rallied too late in this game, but we recovered to beat Newport a few days later. But better than that was sweet revenge over the Jacks, or the All Whites. Having been defeated at Stradey, we knew that a loss to Swansea at St Helens would virtually destroy any league ambitions. But any game at Swansea is totally uncompromising. The defensive walls are so tight, and so a win, not only against them, is welcome, especially since it kept our league hopes alive. At times like this, you have to rely on the unexpected happening. This was certainly the case at St Helens.
Moon with the service on the 22-metre line. Colin Stevens on the wide arc, and the space is there. Claude Copsey, Moon, Nigel Davis, Emil Lewis at his shoulder, onto Mark Perigo. Moon waits. Stevens, Nigel Davis, little shimmy, and that's 5 points. Relieving kick to touch from Aberavon is not going to find its mark, finds Ian Jones instead. Colin Stevens, superb interplay. Nigel Davis seeking direction. Boubier, the half break takes out 3 men. Nigel Davis, Paul Jones, Scott Connell, surely he must make it. Moon attacking the Cardiff line. Nigel Davis, good tackling by the Cardiff defence. Pick-up ball for Netty. Colin Stevens. Steve Ford absolutely furious. Adrian Davis with a kick. Colin Stevens. Oh, he's rifled that one a fair distance. Finds Mike Rea. There towards the halfway line. Rubber kick. Charge down, Stevens, and he's away. The little legs will carry him all the way to the try line. Moon on the short side. He's got Lamerton inside, but he doesn't need his hooker. Moon the try scorer.
Llanelli in these rather unfamiliar blue jerseys, and Rupert Moon waits. Stevens, a long pass out to Boubier. Boubier showing a turn of pace, and Proctor in the chase after it as well. Back for the police goes their inside half, Richard Williams, and Llanelli's forwards there first. Copsey. There's been a penalty. The referee is playing advantage, and Llanelli will certainly exploit that. And they'll have to come back for the penalty. So this early instant pressure from the Scarlets, and Proctor goes in the corner. That was very quick thinking from Rupert Moon. Took the penalty, caught everyone napping. Moon feeds. Scott Quinnell it is at number 8 with the protection. Along the line it goes. Boubier again. Well, he really has shown pace in the centre. And a lovely break, an inside step. Can he go the way himself? No. The pass out to Ian Evans. And a simple finishing touch for the Welsh captain. Plenty of sand on this near side. Taken by Paul Jones. Great foraging work this by Llanelli. On goes Di Joseph and lays it back now to Moon. Oh yes, lovely hands. Along the line it goes again. Ian Jones in there. Ian Evans over from the right wing, and Proctor with the pace to get him in the corner, and that is another superb try by Llanelli. Proctor his second. Tapped back by the police, but ploughing through is Quinnell, and Emma Lewis takes it on. Jones. It really is marvellous stuff this, and look at Neil Boubier again, right through, clear to the line. He's going to go all the way here, chased by Chris Higgs, but Boubier gets there. He's playing it almost like sevens. Police really with this daunting task. Richie Collins wearing 7 on this side of the scrummage. Stevens, long pass out again it goes, and oh, this is great stuff from Llanelli. Ian Evans across the soft turf with the sand in there as well, and was he taken out late? I think he was, but this is Boubier with the follow-up, and Boubier with Hugh Williams at his side, but Boubier will score. Evans was taken out, but the Scarlets have scored yet another. And virtually all the attacking options available for Llanelli. Quinnell, this mountain of a man, goes on, takes half the police back with him. Moon out to Stevens. Stevens leaves it for Williams, and a yawning gap for the Llanelli centre. Hugh Williams scores for the Scarlets. Possession at last for the police. Apsey trying to get through, the former Bridgend man. Such an influence for the Brewery Field outfit, and he's really not been able to make much here today for the police. Stevens again on this narrow side. Boubier, Proctor. Oh, lovely take and a run, and he gets out of jail, and he goes between the police posts, and Proctor scores a hat-trick. Short line out, Paul Jones, and Copsey there for Llanelli. Emery Lewis feeds it back. Lamerton, Moon, Stevens, Williams. In the line is Ian Evans and Boubier. Look at this. This is lovely play. Wintle is going to get there. Yes. Matthew Wintle, the replacement, scores his first try. Well, the police have to do something. Trying to run it out of defence. Richie Collins ploughs into Copsey and Hugh Williams. Ball is loose. Lynn Jones burrowing, and Llanelli are going to score yet another. Well, this is child's play at the moment. Boubier scores another. And that's not going to make touch. It is just taken quickly though. Proctor and Wintle, and Proctor ever alert, runs all the way across field. Boubier and Stevens there as well. Ian Evans takes his man on, and Evans with a scintillating turn of pace. Oh yes, that is class finishing. Emmy Lewis. And all Moon has done is shovel it out, because the backs have done their bit today. And even if it breaks down, there's so much confidence oozing out of this Stradey Park outfit. They've demolished so many sides down here. And look at it, this is the stuff you do in training. Ian Evans conducting operations, Moon and Lynn Jones. Lynn Jones will get there. Andrew Hughes won't catch him. Lynn Jones, the Llanelli flanker, adds yet another try to the score sheet.
So the illegal use of the boot as Llanelli run it again. And Lynn Jones, it could be a man over here. Proctor can squeeze outside Cody. He will, just as he did to Tipley on Saturday, and gets around close enough. So the one long pass cutting out the defence. And that's a Proctor for the second time in 4 days, deadly. 5 minutes remaining of the first half. 8 points the difference. As off the ball comes Ian Jones, he's the decoy. Ian Evans is the extra man. Proctor will get his second, unopposed. It's as clinical as that. Jones came one way, Evans went into the line the other. There were decoys and extra men, and for Wayne Proctor, it was routine. Davis again doing that essential sweeping work. Nigel Davis, again there are people running off the ball. Boubier's in space. Ian Evans, Ian Jones. It's becoming a parade here. Delaney's there as well. Let's try to tie in the Pontypridd defensive fringe there. They've defended well as Topsy just opens it up and will get there. Yes. So can Pontypridd attack on a wider front now? Then Jenkins can get outside Stevens, but again, and Emma Lewis gets away. Moon is in support. Now then has Boubier steaming out outside. So is Evans, the right winger. Well, so sharp, so clinical. Possession well maintained by Pontypridd. Lloyd and Jenkins. That's excellent work. But it's almost an insult to say who it is. Crunching tackle. And he's up and attacking. So is the number 8, Lewis. And you get there unopposed. And they haven't finished yet. Ricky Evans. No tackle by Erland. Erland did well to get the ball his side, but then well supported. Evans gets around Hughes so easily. Inside Jenkins, there won't be a second tackle from the outside half.
The Cup has a special appeal for Llanelli. Don't ask me why it's special. It just is. Our first match was against the Buns of Cardiff, and then we wallowed in the mud of Kenfig Hill. That was a day for scrum halves and back rows. But the Cup trail had begun.
Very keen to get on with proceedings. Lynn Jones onto Emma Lewis, crashing into the heart of the Newbridge defence, and it's back out to Boubier and Ian Jones, and Jones with Proctor in there as well. Proctor from the other wing, but Ian Evans is going to score. Quickly taken penalty, and the right winger cashes in. A bit of a loose tap by Newbridge gives Llanelli possession. Colin Stevens. Lynn Jones. links with Emir Lewis. These two very much in harness, and the drive on from the Scarlets. Moon wants quick ball. Handed to him by Phil Davis on that narrow side. Ian Jones in the line again, hands off Paul Williams. And Ian Jones could go all the way. No, Ian Evans will though. Second try for Llanelli's right winger. Great linking, great passing. So once again that Newbridge pack slides backwards, and they really have had an uncomfortable afternoon. Number 13 is Steve Crandon giving his weight. Back to Williams. Williams hounded by Lynn Jones, and then the mistake comes. And there's going to be a penalty here as Perrigo is dumped. Referee has got his hand up. There was offside. And Rupert Moon always looking for the opportunities. Quickly taken. Lamerton onto Emir Lewis, and Emir Lewis crashes over. Quick thinking by Rupert Moon, the Llanelli captain. Lewis scores. It's just outside the Newbridge 22. That scrummage goes down, but Newbridge penalised for the crooked feed. Phil Davis, Lynn Jones on his right, Lamerton back to Davis. Davis looks up, finds Emir Lewis, and Lewis can canter here. Hands on to Ian Evans. The hat-trick for Ian Evans. Moon onto Stevens. The two centres on the dummy run, and Proctor coming in from the narrow side. Oh, lovely take by Nigel Davis, and Ian Evans. No, he's tackled by Crandon. It's Moon, though, with a pickup, and Rupert Moon scores yet another try for Llanelli. He's got a limp to show for his efforts, too. Been a very difficult afternoon for Newbridge. Emir Lewis, so constructive. Lynn Jones, destructive. And Rupert Moon. Moon, a little shimmy. And the scrum half is going to go through for his second try. Captain leading by example. Emir Lewis tapped back and tied it up by Phil Davis. That's a little bit awkward for Colin Stevens, but it's that man, Emir Lewis, again. Onto Perrigo. Perrigo heading towards familiar territory, which is the Newbridge goal line. Ian Jones in the line, and the fullback is going to score another try for Llanelli. Lewis and Moon, that partnership again, and Colin Stevens making the most of it. Ian Evans on his hip, and Ian Evans is going to score his fourth try here. That's 33 tries, 37 tries now in a career of cup rugby. Just 3 behind the club record of 40 held by J.J. Williams. Steve Crandon. Well, no way through there. The Scarlet blanket to welcome the Newbridge centre. And this will be a penalty for Newbridge. Really haven't had much ball to play with. Paul Pook looking to get his name on the score sheet. But good Llanelli defence taken on by Dave Roberts, crashing through. Feely now considers his options on the narrow side. Russell Hibbs, ooh, crunching tackle by Emir Lewis, and Lewis has got the ball as well. Well, what a great piece of work by the Llanelli number 8, and what a storming afternoon he's had. Moon then on that narrow side to Perrigo. Perrigo, oh, lovely pass onto Proctor. Proctor inside, he's got half the field to go, and Proctor is going to score a great try for Llanelli, and that'll do the left winger's confidence an awful lot of good. Moon onto Lynn Jones. Lynn Jones and the linking with Emir Lewis. Oh, it really has been a back row party this afternoon. To the tackle. Moon again gets away from Nick Jones. Oh, nice pass to Ian Evans. Evans looks inside. Lovely pass, and it's picked up by Emir Lewis, and Emir Lewis is going to score. Now he's in no man's land here, really. He really has to make touch on that far side, and he hasn't. He's found Ian Evans. Evans loves to counter-attack. Links up with Stevens, and Moon outside. Rupert Moon, he's got Nick Jones chasing. Moon with a dummy to Proctor, and Neil Jenkins with a tackle. It's Rupert Moon who's made it, though. Rupert Moon has scored a very good try for the Scarlets. Pontypridd desperately want it from here, but it's back on Llanelli's side. Emir Lewis, Boubier, Simon Davis with Ian Evans outside. Now Evans has Neil Jenkins. Neil Jenkins is covering, but Ian Evans is going to get there. And what a marvellous try this is by Ian Evans, the Welsh captain. A 70-metre run, and he hasn't even paused for breath.
Llanelli back roll, in Jones off Emyr Lewis. Moon to Ian Jones. Will he get into the corner? Yes! Ian Jones just had that extra yard of pace, was always stretching outside Anthony Clement. Scott Quinnell, Vaseline fresh on the face. Phil Davies, Moon, Stevens, Davis and Davis. Now then Ian Jones again. Now we've seen his pace once. Can he set up Ian Evans? Yes is the emphatic answer. Superb. We're down to 6 minutes. And that's a crooked feed. But Lynn Jones just takes a hand in, and that's a lovely pass from Nigel Davis. Wayne Proctor. Why, if that isn't glorious, nothing is.
That's it. We've made it. We're in the final. All roads lead to the Arms Park. There's nothing quite like Cup Final Day in the Welsh rugby calendar. Made extra special for us, the players, since this was to be Gareth Jenkins' last day as Scarlet coach. Alan Lewis and he wondered whether we had one big game left in us. We wanted to prove to them that we did. This was one for the backroom boys, and of course, the Straddy Army. Neath had other ideas, and, as is so often the case, the so-called underdogs made us fight to the very end. It was to be the finale of a remarkable season, a unique treble. It might be repeated, but for us, the 93 Scarlets, they can claim to have done it.
Each side has had an aim at the line-out, and each side has won its own ball, and Moon quickly exploiting that as the ex-Neath man Lynn Jones takes up the cudgels. Then the rest of the back row rather join in. And Stevens, well, that's well worked. Thorburn doing well. He'll use as much weight behind that kick as possible, and what effect it had on it as well. So the lesson is, don't take free ball away to Paul Thorburn, and if it is a corner of the field where that blustery breeze is favouring him, then he'll make you pay. Huge influence Rupert Moon has been on the Llanelli team this season. It does help when you're surrounded by a multitude of talents and the odd experienced man in front of him as well. Steve Williams swept up by John Davis. The other prop forward, Brian Williams, hardly needs explaining that he's there somewhere. Andrew Thomas, so the trio have had their field, their early touches, their early drives. Always eases a little bit of tension. Rodri Jones, Matthew McCarthy, delicately done. That's very awkward, and that's excellent. We're 8 minutes into the game, and most of it has been played down in this area. Rodri Jones was quickly through on Rupert Moon there. And Varney wears 7, Andrew Thomas 2 in black. Martin Morris is 6, Steve Williams 8. Just to familiarise you with the Neath players, Jones has possession. McCarthy then the opportunity to play it wide. Woodland is a very trustful runner, and Llanelli were killing it on the ground. Well, surely for someone of the vast experience of Paul Thorburn, this is bread and butter kicking. A huge figure of Phil Davis, who is playing in a record-equaling 6th appearance here in the final. Stevens gets the three-quarters moving. Evans wasn't ready for it, but Boubier was. Lynn Jones finds an excellent angle of support. Now then, is there anyone close enough to him? The switch is on here. If Moon can release it. Neath players on the wrong side for the moment. Llanelli have it. There are men over here. Acres of space for Boubier. It's a matter of timing for Ian Evans. Jones delays it, but Evans will get there. It's so simple in the end. Gareth Llewellyn is having a field day in the middle of the line-out, and it's part of Brian Williams' work to have a field day, I suppose, as a farmer. Again, it's not all that well controlled, though, and Jones finding it difficult to control it. Moon and Perry go between them, work it free. That pass had been a yard in front of Proctor, would have helped a little bit. Still, Jamie Reynolds does a shepherding job on him. Just keeps him on the outside and gets him just over the touchline. Again, the insistence of Gareth Simmons on that wide gap. It should offer the line-out jumpers a better opportunity, but it presents Emil Lewis with the sort of ball that he thrives. It's there for Moon again. So Stevens, knowing that Thorburn was out of position, tempts the winger, Bowling into midfield, and Bowling, as an experienced full-back, was in position. The try's been given out of nothing, and it's Ian Evans again. Glyn Llewellyn at 2, Gareth Llewellyn in the middle. Glyn as well towers there. This will tower as well. Jones comes early, Australian style. Excellent catch. Not many red jerseys around him, though. He's surrounded by black there for the moment. Did well to hold on to the ball, but Neath will gain the possession or the advantage at the scrum. But Jones, good skills there. Came early. Didn't wait for the ball to land, just took it in the air. Well, McCarthy at right side, the centre's left side. It's Thorburn that comes in to make the extra man. He's kept it alive as well, if Jones can get it away. Needs a long pass here from McCarthy. Woodland wanted to straighten it, and Nigel Davis was waiting for that. But if Neath can control it, patience needed as Thomas, can he see outside him? Just delayed it a fraction. They were 4-2 there. Donovan has done well, though. He stood his ground and maintained possession. Varney just tried to disengage Copsey. So is Martin Morris. It's there for Jones. So McCarthy again wants to attack. Bowling in midfield. What a thrust from the winger. Now then, one more pass. He'll make it. Oh, what a try from Bowling. That's what the game needed. Four and a half minutes gone. And Stevens' restart outside our half to scrum half. That one fine touch. Emil Lewis. And finding Gareth Llewellyn in the way. And finding plenty of support. The tackle was high, though. Reception isn't a welcoming one for Stevens as he draws in perfectly. The put in was right, the timing right as McCarthy opens up space as Thorburn with Varney will get there. Yes! Oh dear me! Suddenly, the whole complexion of the game has turned around. With Llanelli seemingly at half-time, comfortably in the lead, but now two quick tries in response, with Adrian Varney fully deserving his, throwing the whole match into the melting pot. this kick to draw the scores level. And that's the sort of challenge that Paul Thorburn loves. So we're at 15 points each. Llanelli win line-out ball. Ricky Evans sets up a midfield charge. It's delayed for the moment as Moon was a little foray. The ball emerging, being killed by Neath again. Stevens again succeeds. So the second half story is Stevens is kicking against Meath's try scoring. So it's Stevens' opposite number, McCarthy, with a restart. And that didn't go over 10 metres. Well, Jones takes advantage in any case. Needs to get Varney out. Well, somehow Varney was allowed to get away with that, and that was careless of Llanelli. And the All Blacks now have certainly got their tails up. Glyn Llewellyn, just inch by inch, taking up ground. Rodri Jones taken by Anthony Copsey. Penalty to Neath, offside. And this is Thorburn to get things back to all square. Yes, back to 18 points each. Boubier makes mincemeat of getting outside, but then what pace from Boubier! The angle was provided by Ian Evans. Oh, that was breathtaking. Brian Williams not quite being able to make headway. Llanelli may have gained that. That doesn't happen all that often, and Neath quickly taken. Lynn Jones. Well, Emmett Lewis was a dummy run. It wasn't 10 metres. Again, Moon wants to keep the ball moving. Nigel Davis or Lamerton and Phil Davis are there. Again, Phil Davis not quite able to offload the ball. Had to make contact. Emmett Lewis drop kick and goal! That has to be the first drop goal by a number 8